Portrait of Mrs Mary Graham, or the Honourable Mrs Graham. By Thomas Gainsborough FRSA British, 1727–1788. Portrait of Mrs Mary Graham. Portrait of Mrs Mary Graham, or the Honourable Mrs Graham is a 1777 oil-on-canvas painting by the British artist Thomas Gainsborough, produced shortly after Mary's marriage to Thomas Graham, the future Lord Lynedoch, on the 26th of December 1774. It was one of the first works to enter the collection of the Scottish National Gallery in Edinburgh after its bequest in 1859 by the heirs of Thomas Graham. Description: one of Gainsborough's finest portraits, it has become an icon of the Scottish National Gallery. About this artwork, the Scottish National Gallery describes it like this. This is one of Gainsborough's finest full-length portraits. The costume and accessories evoke the era of King Charles I, and the opulent court portraits of Sir Anthony van Dyck. The sitter was born the Honourable Mary Cathcart, 1757–92, daughter of 9th Lord Cathcart, who was ambassador to Catherine the Great. She married the Perthshire landowner Thomas Graham in 1774, and they bought Lynedoch House near Methven, Perthshire in 1787. The portrait was highly acclaimed when exhibited at the Royal Academy in 1777. Thomas Graham, devastated by his wife's premature death in 1792, passed the painting to her sister. It was bequeathed to the National Galleries of Scotland by one of their descendants on condition that it never leaves the country. It is one of 3 works the artist completed of Mary Graham. A more conventional half-length portrait. The Honourable Mrs Thomas Graham, also completed between 1775–77, is believed to be the painting that was initially commissioned. It is now part of the Widener collection in the National Gallery of Art in Washington, D.C., USA. History. The sitter was born Mary Cathcart on the 1st of March 1757. She was the daughter of Charles Cathcart, 9th Lord Cathcart, who had recently served as the British ambassador at the court of Catherine the Great. At aged 16, Mary married Thomas Graham in a double wedding with her older sister Jane, who married John Murray, 4th Duke of Atholl. It was Mary's looks that caused a stir when Gainsborough exhibited her full-length portrait at the Royal Academy in London in 1777. It secured her reputation as an icon of contemporary beauty, and helped her to quickly become a prominent figure in the fashionable society of Georgian London. She attracted many admirers from Robert Burns to Georgiana, Duchess of Devonshire, who recalled her goodness, her sense, her sweetness. Sadly, Mary soon fell ill with tuberculosis. Throughout her illness, she was nursed attentively by her husband. They first moved to Brighton, and then, as her health deteriorated further, via revolutionary Paris, to the Mediterranean, in search of warmer climates. They reached the sea, but she died on the 26th of June 1792, near Heirs, aged just 35. Thomas Graham lived another 50 years, but never remarried. He was so grief-stricken, he could not bring himself to look upon his wife's portrait. It was placed into storage and almost forgotten about, until it was exhibited 65 years later in Manchester in 1857. 2 years later it was bequeathed by his descendants to the recently opened Scottish National Gallery. Artwork file. Artist, Thomas Gainsborough, British, 1727–1788. Title, The Honourable Mrs Graham, 1777. Year, 1777. Medium, oil on canvas. Dimensions, 237 cm, 154 cm and 93 in 61 in. Location, Scottish National Gallery, Edinburgh, UK. Accession number, NG332. Artwork file at the National Gallery of Art, Washington, D.C. Artist, Thomas Gainsborough, British, 1727–1788. Title, The Honourable Mrs Thomas Graham, circa 1775 to 1777. Date, between 1775 and 1777. Medium, oil on canvas. Dimensions, overall, 89.5 x 69 cm 35 and a quarter x 27 and 3/16 in. Framed, 118.1 x 97.8 x 10.5 cm 46 and a half x 38 and a half x 4 and 1/8 in. Location, National Gallery of Art, Washington, D.C., USA. Credit line, Widener Collection Accession Number, 1942.9.21. Object History, Widener Collection Source Photographer, National Gallery of Art, Washington, D.C., Online Collection.